Hey everyone, and welcome back to Rainbow Tarot UK. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope everyone's doing great. And in today's reading, we're going to be doing, the messages from the person on your mind right now, what's in their head and heart. We're going to use this Mystical Moments Tarot to come up with our three groups together. So we're going to do that right now. I'm going to start with pile number 3 again, I think, because, often we always start with pile number 1. I think it's quite nice to be able to start sometimes, going backwards. So please can you tell me, Spirit, what is the message from pile number 3's person to pile number 3? What is in pile number 3's person's head and heart right now for them? I feel like that one wants to come out. What is in pile number 2's person's head and heart? What would they like to say? What message would they like to give to pile number 2? I think it's that one. And then what message will pile number 1's person like to give to pile number 1? There we go, it's that one there. Okay, so those are our 3 piles. So let's take a look. We've got pile number 1, which is 3 of Pentacles. Okay, we've got pile number 2, which is the Fool. Okay, and then we've got pile number 3, which is the King of Wands. So those are our 3 piles, and if you want to choose a stones or crystals, then you can have the red jasper here for pile number 1, the blue lace agate for pile number 2, and then the green, green fluorites, green and purple fluorites, pile number 3. So those are our 3 piles. So as usual, take your moment, use your intuition to go for the pile that's calling for you. That's probably got the messages. There might be more than one pile, as I always say, and that's absolutely fine. Remember, it's general, so just take what feels right, be peaceful with that, and it's timeless, so it's good for whenever you're finding it. Other than that, I'll see you in your reading. Bye for now. Hey pile number 1, welcome back to your reading. So you chose to come into this reading about messages from the person on your mind, what's in their head and heart, under this beautiful card, the 3 of Pentacles. It's a gorgeous depiction of the 3 of Pentacles. Is that a poppy? It looks like a poppy, doesn't it? Okay, and also the gorgeous red jasper. So let's put that there. And let's just draw a few other oracle cards before we say anything. So please can you tell me what message does pile number 1's person want to give right now to pile number 1? What is in their head and heart for them? Let's have a look and see what we got here. Engage, trust. Engage, trust, the 3 of Pentacles, and I'm going to have one of these, as it is a message reading, I'm going to have one of these angel message cards. Please can you tell me what is in the head and heart of pile number 1's person for pile number 1 right now? What message do they want to share with them? What this one wants to come out. So let's have a look and see. Oh, this says no. Okay, so this is a very definite no here. I feel like for some of you this might be a situation where you're in separation, because the poppy, I was drawn to the poppy in this 3 of Pentacles, and I think it is a poppy flower. Now normally the 3 of Pentacles is about collaboration, is about working with someone, working together, but because they're sort of sat on the poppy, it just makes me feel this situation might be sedated at the moment, because obviously poppy, they use poppies, don't they, for opium, which is a sort of a sedative drug that sedates. So, and they're all sitting on top of this poppy, and it makes me feel that I think this person wants to collaborate. It could be that they are feeling that you're going to say no, or there is a blockage in some way to this connection at the moment, that you might be in separation from them, or it might be that it's there's kind of a lot of resistance or a lot of blocks to it, but you're being asked, it's got here around engaging trust. It might be a situation which requires trust or needs trust, and because we've got this butterfly here, I'm just thinking it needs to transform and change maybe. So it might be with the poppy here, sedated, you might be in separation, it might be kind of like stagnant or asleep, or you know, you're not connected in some way. There may be some resistance coming from either one of you for the connection, but there's something about a need for trust in order for it to transform. So maybe something's happened, a need to trust and a need to collaborate, a need to kind of work together. So that's the first thing that I'm healing. So maybe there's some need for healing in this situation, because that sort of slipped out of my mouth. But that's what I'm hearing at the moment. It could be in separation for a lot of you. There's a need for healing. There's a need to regain trust or get trust back into the situation, to work together. But currently, at the moment, it could be a bit sedated, a bit stuck, a bit in kind of retreat mode in some way. So let's see. I'm going to use the mystical moments to begin with. So can you please tell me, what is in pile? What messages does pile number one's person want to give to pile number one? What is in their head and heart? I feel like this one wants to come out. So this is the Magician. Okay. What else is in their head and heart? What wants to come out right now for pile number one? What message? I feel like it's this one, which is the Tower. And this one seems to be poking out as well, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck is the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so I feel like I do feel the Tower card right here in the centre. This is that they are feeling, that there's something in the situation which has come apart, which has fallen apart. Because the Tower is about a situation coming, it's often a shocking situation or a chaos, something that's caused chaos, something that you thought was secure or stable has kind of crumbled, really. And it's normally because it was already built on kind of not very firm foundation. So maybe this is a situation with the whole thing about what I was saying about it being in separation, maybe about it being sedated, about there being, with this very definite no card, I just feel like there's somebody in this situation, I think it might be you, pile number one, is just very resistant to this situation, or has been very resistant maybe to the situation, particularly if something's happened in it where it's been, because the Tower can be quite a painful process. I mean, it's a huge opportunity for learning and growth, the Tower, but it is a really stripping away of, everything that you might have built up, or everything that you thought was secure and safe, and then suddenly it seems like it's come out of nowhere, that there's this kind of like disruption. So what I'm feeling with the Magician card and with the Knight of Pentacles around that is that the message that the person wants to give you is that they want to manifest something again. The Magician card is about manifesting, about bringing something into being, about creating something anew. And of course in this one, we have this beautiful image of the swan here. Now, swans mate for life. So I'm just seeing in this particular depiction that it could be around, wanting to reunite, to reconcile, to get back to maybe a relationship that is now in separation in some way. And also we've got the butterfly here again. We've got this beautiful white butterfly here. So it's about changing, transforming, maybe making it more faithful if it wasn't faithful in the past. Maybe reviving vows or reviving commitment or something like that. But I feel like this person wants to do that in this situation, or they want to create. If this isn't about, if this is somehow this is a situation where it's not an actual previous relationship, you're not in separation, but you are in separation because it hasn't started, like a crush or an attraction or something like that. I feel like this person wants to build something secure, stable, solid, committed, actually, with this swan image here and this butterfly here. But there needs to be some transformation, and maybe just if it's a situation where it's not, where you're not actually with them and it hasn't come apart, it may be that there are some fears, that they've got a message that there is some fears around doing that somehow that's going to shatter the status quo, the stability, the security of the situation. But they're not afraid to do that. That's kind of what I'm feeling. If that is the situation for some of you, if it isn't about something that's come apart and that's in separation, but is something that is an attraction, a crush, something that you know, you're wondering about how they feel about you. I think there is fear around the situation. You know, that might be why we have the engaged trust. There is fear in kind of moving forward with it, but they definitely do want to do it, because after that we have the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, the Knight of Pentacles is slow movement. It's slow movement and it's slow growth. So if you're you've been in separation, yeah, like I say, the situation is sedated in some way, it's kind of in respite, it's not active, it's in retreat, then this person wants to slowly move towards you. Or if it's a crush attraction situation, they want to slowly make changes, they want to slowly move towards you in a concrete way, because the Knight of Pentacles is doing things in a concrete, stable, slow but steady, it has a slow but steady kind of energy to it, a feel to it. And again, both these are green and pink, and that always makes me think of the heart chakra. So I do feel that although this is the Knight of Pentacles, and Pentacles tends to be with kind of tangible growth, I feel like there is a heart connection here with these two colours and the Knight of Pentacles. So their slow movement towards you, or their slow growth, is being motivated by a sense of love, a sense of attraction, a sense of a heart connection, if you like. That's what's motivating them to move towards you, to move forward. So that is their message, really. They want to either recover the situation, or they want to, you know, they're willing to take a risk to bring the situation into being, really. And at the moment it might feel like it's a very definite no, but actually, you know, they want to work towards it, but it takes some trust, it takes some it takes some belief, maybe some belief in the situation. The overarching energy is the Page of Pentacles, which again is this kind of like, I mean, the pages talk about literally do talk about messages and new beginnings. So I feel like they want to give you a message of a new beginning, which is the Page of Pentacles, but it's like a tangible new beginning. And once again, we've got a lot of, you know, we've got white in the Fool, and we've got white here, and I feel like there's and holding this beautiful pink flower. So I feel like this connection, this person is feeling, they want you to know that they feel a sense of purity in the connection, a sense of love in the connection, a sense of yeah, just again, this person just makes me feel, although she's got, it's like a white ballerina dress, but again, it's reminding me of the swan. So they feel a sense of a kind of like a sense of timeless connection to you. I don't know where I'm getting that from, a sense of that this connection could be timeless. It could be something that they feel a strong bond with. There could be a karmic connection or a twin flame soulmate kind of feel to it for them. It has some sort of, it's a pure love for them. It's a love which is, yeah, it's very heart-centered. It's very, very, very heart-centered for them. But the Page of Pentacles can also mean learning and acquiring more, gathering knowledge and studying. So it may mean that they feel that there needs to be more, they need to gather more information, or get more information on the situation, maybe get more information on you if you've not actually been in a relationship with you, or just take measured steps, like slow measured steps back towards you. That's kind of what I think, that's what they want to say. That they do want to come back towards you, but they want to do it very slowly and in a very intelligent way with the Page of Pentacles, a very intelligent way, where they're giving it a lot of thought, that kind of thing, really. But in terms of astrological signs, I mean, obviously with the, yeah, I mean, sorry, I just had a moment there. I don't know why I needed to breathe out there. I feel like that's maybe how your person is feeling, or maybe you're feeling, you know, like I need to just sort of, because actually it's funny enough, because with the poppy here, you know, I feel quite sedated in the reading, so I'm just wondering as well whether there's a need to just kind of relax the situation a little bit with the Tower card here, whether there's a need to kind of like breathe out, to just exhale. So you might have been through quite a lot in this situation, and there's a need to kind of just slow it down. That's kind of what I'm feeling with the Knight of Pentacles, just sort of slow it down, just kind of chill it out a little bit, because there might have been a lot of heightened emotions here. The Knight of Pentacles, that could be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. So those are just Page of Pentacles. Again, that could be, there's quite a lot of earth in this. That could be, again, could be Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo. So let's see if we've got another message card, as it is about messages. So what message does pile number one's person, what is in their head and heart for pile number one? What's the message they want to give to them? What is the message? Reconciliation. Yeah, that's what I was feeling, but I feel like they make you think there's a lot of resistance coming from you with this very strong no. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So yeah, I feel like this is about reconciliation for a lot of you. There is a feeling of reconciliation in this spread here. Let's see what else we've got. We'll have one more. I'll bring them down so you can actually see them there. Is there any other card here? Is there any other message from pile number one's person? So pile number one. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Yeah, I think I did talk about faith, having a faith and having a belief. I feel they want you to stay optimistic. They want you to be optimistic about this again, because they've almost got like a renewed faith in it with these kind of, I just keep getting drawn to the white butterfly, the white swan, this white dress. That, you know, there's almost like this feeling of a renewed faith in it somehow. Now, you might be very rightly saying no, because that's what that card is. That's a very firm no, because maybe of what you have, but then that's just twisted around, so you might find yourself changing your mind over that over time. You might find yourself changing your position. If you are very resistant, you might find that, you know, during the course of this coming back toward you, you move your position round on that one. You have a new perspective with that card twist in there. But they want you to stay optimistic. I do feel like they want you to stay optimistic. They want you to be optimistic. They're willing. I think what they're trying to do is they're willing to say that they want to put the work in with these Page of Pentacles here, with this Three of Pentacles. They want to put the work in. Obviously with the Three of Pentacles, that is Capricorn energy. And we're going to have one more as I've started shuffling these. So obviously that is a signal for me to do one more of these. So one more message from pile number one's person for pile number one right now. What is it? What do they want to say? I think I'm going to leave it there. Let's see. Attraction. Yeah. So you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So there's still a strong attraction. If it's not a situation, it could be that it's a reconciliation situation where you might not, you know, this might still be an attraction situation, because sometimes, you know, you can come across people, you can have friendships with people, you can work with people, and you know something's going on, you can kind of feel it, but for whatever reason something got in the way of the situation with this Tower card here, and it wasn't able to fulfill its destiny at that point. But there is still a strong fit, but that somehow that person is coming back in towards you, either in terms of, you know, they were a work colleague or a business partner or somebody you met at college or somebody, you know, so there's that frisson, but it wasn't actually a relationship. I do feel like, but it's some sort of return, some kind of reconciliation, some kind of return to it in some way for a lot of you, but there is still a lot of attraction here. Okay, so let's go and see what else we have. See, so what else is in pile number one's person's head and heart right now for pile number one? What's the message they want to give? Oh, there's a lot of flipping of these cards everywhere. Two of Wands. I feel like there's a lot of flipping. I don't know why. I feel like they're popping. They've got a lot to say. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, a lot of passion, a lot of attraction here with all these wands. And then the Five of Cups, so they are feeling hurt, strength. I think they're feeling, if you're in separation from them or you can't be with them, they're feeling hurt. Or maybe what I'm getting with this one is that they're feeling that you are very hurt. That you are very hurt. If this has happened, if something has happened with the Tower card here, that's caused the situation to come into separation with this strong no, somebody's feeling really, really hurt. Because you can see in this figure, you know, they're all wrapped up in this black cloak, they've got their head down. But there's something about the Five of Cups, which there's a sort of blindness to the Five of Cups here, because in this situation, this person is completely focused on the Three of Cups, where the liquid has spilt from that. So they're focused on the loss rather than being focused on the 2 cups behind that are still full. So the 5 of Cups is very much a sort of a card of someone looking at a situation in terms of a, you know that saying, a half glass empty, instead of looking at it being half full. So it's a focus on what there is, on lack, rather than what there is still there to build. So I think maybe their message is that maybe they're thinking that you are still caught up in that, and they somehow want you to turn around and look at the 2 cups. Look at the 2 cups here that are still full, and the 2 cups is the 2 of Cups in the tarot, which is all about, you know, partnership, relationship, friendship, love, harmony, cooperation, and because they want this brand new beginning with you. Ace of Wands is a brand new passionate beginning, but there's this sense of waiting here with the 2 of Wands. So I feel like there is a separation situation here, or there's some barrier to this, but they're hopeful. They feel like the seed is there, definitely again, or the seed is there for this situation to come into the Ace of Wands, to come into this passionate new beginning. And I'm just feeling like for some of you, they're saying, you know, let's turn around to the 2 of Cups again. Let's get over what's gone on before. Now, obviously, you know, it might be really hard for you to do that, you know, because a lot of things, like I say, might have happened in this situation. But I think if we're looking at what's in their head and heart and the messages they have, is that they want to move towards slowly and get away from this sense of loss and separation, because they don't really like that. That's the other way of reading this. They're very unhappy in this feeling, this kind of, you know, feeling like the situation isn't happy. They don't like that. It makes them unhappy. And the overarching energy is strength. And what I get with this is that they want this, you know, they want you and them to overcome, with this Strength card, to overcome the obstacles or the problems or the challenges or the difficulties in the situation. They want that to be overcome here in a cooperative way, like the 3 of Pentacles here, because this Strength card, it shows someone being able to tame that lion, close that lion's mouth, the fierce lion, the roaring lion, to close their mouth in a gentle way. So to deal with the challenges and the obstacles in a sort of gentle and what they would see as reasonable way. I think that's what they are hoping to do here, and what they want to do. Now, in terms of astrological signs, with the 2 of Wands, obviously this is all fire. There's a lot of passion. Like I said, I think there's a lot of attraction, a lot of passion, a lot of chemistry that they are feeling for you, and they definitely want you to know that. 2 of Wands is Aries energy. Aries energy. Obviously, Strength is Leo. Ace of Wands, again, Aries energy, so that might mean something to you. And 5 of Cups, that is Scorpio energy. There might have been some secrets maybe in this situation, which is why we had the Tower, because Scorpio can be quite a secretive sign, and the Tower is often about something coming to a shocking demise, if you like, because things have come to light, because things have been revealed, or you know, falsehoods have been you know, outed somehow. So that could be for some of you. But anyway, let's have a couple more message cards, and then I think we're going to leave it there for pile number 1. So please, can you tell me? Oh, butterfly, that's interesting. So that's, again, that popped out. And we have got a lot of butterflies in this reading. So we've got this butterfly here, we've got a butterfly here. We have a butterfly, did we have a butterfly? Where else did we have a butterfly in the Engaged Trust card? So there's quite a few butterflies in this reading, which makes me feel they want to kind of rise up. They want to, like the butterfly, they want to. Now, so maybe you're all in it. Maybe you're both in a chrysalis situation at the moment, where you're in the cocoon with a sedated poppy here, and they want this butterfly situation. They want transformation. It says relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. Yeah, they want healing. They want growth. They want renewal. I think that's what's coming out here. Okay, I'm going to have one more message. What other message have we got for pile number 1? From their person. What other message have we got? What's in their head and heart? What do we have here? Wedding rings. Oh my goodness. Union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. I mean, I didn't want to say it before, but with all the weight here, and I know that in a lot of, not in every culture, but in the kind of Western, a lot of the Western cultures, or the cultures you know, in the Western part of the world, or the world that I am in, really, or the kind of maybe the traditional kind of Christian world or whatever. White is usually a colour, isn't it, that the brides wear. And it did make me think of that, but I didn't say it at the time. But I do feel like this person wants a kind of renewal. They want some commitment. They want it to be elevated, yeah, to the next level. And it did make me think of marriage and that kind of thing, really. But anyway, pile number 1, that has been your reading. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when I'm next uploading. But other than that, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 2, welcome back to your reading. Our reading on messages from the person in mind. What is in their head and heart? And you chose to come into the reading under the beautiful blue lace agate, which I'm just going to put there, and this gorgeous card, which is Fool card of the Mystical Moments Tarot. So it says the Fool. I don't know if you can see it. This lady is on this road. Well, it looks like a road. It's actually, looks like even an alligator or a crocodile. So she seems to be walking towards the head of this alligator or crocodile. You know, normally in the Fool, they sort of stand on the edge of the cliff, don't they? You know, they just unaware or blissfully unaware of the risks, or they're just going to go for it. They're just going to go for it. So I feel like maybe, because the Fool is about new beginnings as well, or taking a leap of faith, taking a risk. So maybe the first message from your person is that this is a leap of faith for them. This is a risk, but they want to do it. They want to begin something with you, or they want to take that risk, take that leap of faith. It's exciting. It feels exciting. I feel like this, you know, I don't know if you can see the sort of expression or the stance of this woman here is like, you know, she's just, I feel like there's a lot of, you know, she just feels really drawn in. She's curious. She wants to go for it, really. So that's kind of what I'm feeling there. Initially, just from that first hit. Before we do anything else, I'm just going to get some more cards. Thanks everyone for your likes, shares, subscribes, comments. Really, really appreciate that. It's so lovely. So thank you so much for doing that. For the growth, you know, just to help the growth of the channel. So brilliant. So let's see. Pile number 2's person. What message do they have for pile number 2 right now? What is in their head and heart? Please, can you make it clear to me? Please provide me with some clarity. What is in their head and heart? Let's go for that one. I feel like 2 want to come out. I didn't have 2 in number 1, but for some reason 2 seem to want to poke out there. So we have, kindle love. Yeah, so the beginning of kindle is like beginning love, starting love. Something like that. I feel like they want to start love or start something with you. And that engaged trust came out in pile number 1 in this spot. So you might actually want to look at pile number 1 if you feel drawn to it. So maybe this is something, I feel like with this one, for a lot of you, this might be a new beginning in love. Possibly a brand new beginning in love for a lot of you. So this might be around a crush situation or attraction situation, and it requires a little bit of trust here, but it's or a leap of faith, because the engaged trust and the Fool card go really well together. It's like a leap of faith. It's like taking a risk, taking a chance, beginning this love. I mean, it could be renewal of love, let's wait and see, but it feels like it has a lot of newness to it with the 0 and the 1 here. 1's again is about, you know, because obviously engaging trust is the card number 1, and that is about new cycles, new beginnings. And obviously the Fool is the very beginning card of the major arcana. It's the very start of the journey, the Fool's journey, really. It is the Fool's journey through the major arcana. So to begin with the Fool, that's the new beginnings and new starts, the very beginning. And 8s, obviously 8s are around, you know, stability. So building a stable love, building a successful love, you know, something like that, building a lasting love. I mean, this is just such a lovely image, isn't it? Of 2 people. There's a real devotion there. It feels like there's a lot of light around it as well, because I don't know if you can see it, like almost like a little halo around this couple. So it feels like there's a lot of light around the situation. Maybe it's just very connected spiritually, or there's a sort of a divineness to it even, maybe, or protection around it or something like that. But anyway, let's go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Mystical Moments Tarot. Now I have put because I wanted to get the benefit of all the cards, and because this is a brand new deck for me and I just wanted to use it, I've put pile number 1's 3 of Pentacles back in this pack because I wanted to give it the chance to come out in this reading if it needed to. So let's see. So can you please tell me what the message is that's on pile number 2's, you know, what the pile number 2's person wants to give to pile number 2? What is in their head and heart right now for them? Please can you just make that clear for me? So we've got the first one, which is Justice. What else have we got? The Emperor. Okay, and then we've got, oh my god, the Emperor again. That is uncanny. So in this Mystical Moments deck, some certain figures, like I've noticed it with all the kings, and I didn't quite clock onto the Emperor, but they had 2 versions of the same, what you would normally get as one version in a normal tarot deck. So you would normally have 1 Emperor, or 1 King of Swords, for example. But in this particular deck, there is more. So here you have the Emperor twice, my goodness, and Justice. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Pentacles. So this person wants you to know, their first message is, I mean, there's a couple of things really coming out here. First of all, I feel with the Justice card, this might be, it's really, what's really coming out strongly in all of these 4 cards is this person is very, very, very focused on making sure they do the right thing. Because the Justice card is a very fair card, a very balanced card. So this person really wants you to know that they want to do the right thing. They want to have balance in this situation. I think they want to have balance in this situation. It could be that they want commitment in this situation, because the Justice card can often talk about legalities, can't it? The law. And I'm just feeling that they are determined to possibly bring commitment to the situation, to bring balance into the situation, to bring fairness into the situation. That is what is really, really, really important for them. And it could be a sense of commitment here with the Justice card. Now, with the Emperor card coming up twice, it could be that they are really, they want you to know that they're really having to, for whatever reason, suppress either a show of emotion or show of feelings, because the Emperor is somebody who is not open about their feelings at all. They are completely, it's shut off from them, because they're all about strategy, making plans, you know, ruling their empire. They're fantastic at their job, they're fantastic. So this could be a work connection. So the Emperor, you've got the Emperor twice here. This could be a work connection, and this person that you're thinking about could be your manager, your boss, or somebody in charge of you. You could actually be in a committed relationship with them, with the Justice card here and the Emperor, because the Emperor is the archetypal father figure, the archetypal husband figure. So you might already be in a committed relationship with them, and you're wanting to know what's in their head and heart. You know, what are they thinking about you? What are they feeling about you? Well, they're certainly feeling a strong sense of duty and commitment, and you know, taking charge of the situation. So they feel like it's that they should look after you, that they should, you know, in a very sort of traditional way, that they should, that it's important for them, you know, like a sort of traditional kind of marriage where you, you know, with the traditional male and female type roles. I'm just feeling like this person very much feels that they like that sense of commitment, and they would see, you know, that role is really important to them in a relationship. But it could be that you're in a work situation with them, that it's a risk for them. They feel it's a risk, a massive risk for them to open up about how they're feeling. They might have repressed their feelings a lot. They might be keeping their feelings under a tight rein, because the Emperor is about containing feelings. There might be some pride to this person, you know, because the Emperor can be quite a proud person. They often think they are right, particularly with the Justice card. So not only do they believe in fairness and rightness, they may also believe that they are right about something in this situation in some way. But the overriding energy is the Ten of Pentacles, which is, you know, I mean, the Ten of Pentacles is about you know, commitment. It's the ultimate, there's commitment all over this reading. So there's commitment. It might feel like if it's a new situation or an attraction situation that it feels like a risk, but it's a risk, and it might be with the Fool card, that might be even heightened, because the Emperor doesn't really take risks in a sense, because they are always very strategized, have always got a plan, so they're always thinking logically, they're always, you know, 10 steps ahead of everybody else. So to act recklessly or possibly foolishly, which is the sort of shadow side of the Fool, is not really in their vocabulary. So I think that this is a little bit of a taking a leap of faith. With them, it's a very measured leap of faith. They would have really, you know, they would have weighed it up and looked at the pros and cons really before they even thought about taking that kind of like that leap of faith. So they must have a lot of faith in that. They must feel that this situation, there's a lot of faith in the situation. They feel like there's a strong sense or a chance of success in this situation. That's what they're feeling. And with the Ten of Pentacles, that, you know, this is a card of stability. They want stability, security. They want to build. You can see all the rings of this, you know, obviously when you cut into a tree trunk, the rings show the age, doesn't it? Well, this is like, and you've got this little family, all these different generations of the family. It's like generational. Ten of Pentacles is like generational wealth and happiness through the generations of a family. So I'm feeling like they think there's longevity in this situation. There might already be a sense of history in this situation, a sense of commitment. But that is, if there isn't, that is what they're working towards. That is what they want. And if this is an attraction situation, they are thinking very seriously here of a committed relationship with you. And maybe they're wanting you to engage trust. So maybe they're thinking you feel it's a little bit of a risk, or it's a little bit of a leap of faith, or it's you know, it's got a little bit of a risk to it, and they want you to engage trust. They want you to be trusting in this situation, because maybe because I feel like with all of this, they're just very, very, very measured. They would have calculated all the risks, you know, and they would have just gone for it. You know, they would know that it was the right move for them. So I'm just getting this with this, that they want you to know, the overriding thing is that they want you to know that they are totally 100% committed to this situation, committed to you. They want to look after you big time. They want to have these generations of wealth. They want to care for you. They may just be a little bit restrained in terms of showing that emotionally. You know, they may not be able to show that to you, and they're very well aware of that. But I think with the Emperor coming up twice, they're very well aware of that. They can't always necessarily kind of show you that in emotions, but they definitely want that with the Kindle Love here. They want to begin something with you. They have a plan, and if you're not together right now, they're overly planning for that, with the Emperor coming up twice here, 100%. I mean, Emperor is 4, and 4s is all about laying foundations in the material world. So this person is very career orientated with the Emperor coming up twice. I mean, they are very good at what they do. They're very good at their job. They, you know, they are usually in positions of power, authority, managerial, running their own business. The Emperor is above really the Kings, like they are top of the tree. So this person wants, you know, I think being able to offer you something in a concrete, tangible, material way is really important to this person. And that might be how they demonstrate their care and love for you, through giving you security, through giving you stability, through giving you gifts, through, you know, that kind of stuff, rather than through words and actions. But they definitely want it with you, with the Ten of Pentacles here. Or you might just already be in that with them. You might be in this settled, secure, stable relationship, and you're having this reading because you want to know what's in their head and heart. And they are committed to you. They are 100% committed to you, and they feel a love for you here. And maybe with the Kindle Love, maybe they've just been a bit detached with the Emperor coming up twice here. And it's about it's about rekindling the romance. It's about getting the romance back on track in some way. But I feel like with the Emperor, it might just be that that possibly for some of you might be a bit shut off from this, or a bit in separation, or they may have been distant you might be feeling that they've been distant in some way with the Emperor here, if you're in a connection with them and they haven't been showing you much, but they definitely do feel it. So in terms of astrological signs, obviously with the Emperor twice, that's a very strong Aries energy there, and obviously Libran energy with the Justice. So maybe with the Libran, there needs to be more balance. Yeah, there needs to be more balance. They're aware that they need to be more balanced. They need to be more than just somebody who's kind of in charge, or somebody who is kind of closed off. Maybe they need to engage more. Maybe they need to engage more trust in opening up with you. I think that's maybe what they're trying to say, is and that's the risk, that they're a bit more open with you, they're a bit more trusting with you, they allow you in a little bit more to their emotions, in a bit more to how they're feeling, because they do feel these things for you, but maybe there's an issue, a blockage around them being able to express that to you, and they're aware of that, and they want to become more balanced, more in touch with maybe that side of themselves. But let's see what else we've got here. What other message? Actually, let's have, as this is a message reading, let's have a message card. So some message cards here. Right, so what message does pile number 2's person want to give to pile number 2 right now? What is in their head and heart? What do they want to say? Opportunity. Yeah, so I feel like for a lot of you, this might be something that, there's an opportunity here to either kindle it or rekindle it. It feels like it's an opportunity in some way for a new beginning, a new start, or a transformation. For them to take charge with the Emperor here, to take charge of the situation, to bring it back into balance, to take charge of it, to bring that opportunity. Because the Emperor is all about creating opportunities to develop the empire, really. A year from now, so that might be something on timing for some of you. Seems quite a long way away, but let's see, a year from now. So maybe that's why we've got the Emperor twice, because there's a lot of planning and strategizing that needs to happen in this situation over a period of time to get it to this. So maybe, it's something about commitment. So maybe it's something about commitment, and you're wondering whether they're going to commit, whether they're going to fully commit, where you're going to have, because the Justice can be about legalities and marriage and engagement and all the rest of it. So maybe there's something about them saying, I need a year to get myself ready, to get myself feeling right, to be able to offer you all these things that I want to offer you. And it's, I need a lot of time to plan all of that. So maybe there's something about that. Perfect, and this one says perfect timing, so there's something definitely around timing, perfect timing, a year from now, opportunity. Okay, one more. It's up to you. So maybe there's something that they want to offer you something, or give you something here. Or maybe it is something about, this is an opportunity, and because we've got the Fool card with a little bit of a risk, this is an opportunity, and it's in your hands, it's in your hands, it's in their hands, it's up to you. But the time is right, this is the opportunity to kind of renew this love, or to get this love up and going. But there's something about, making a choice to make that happen, or choosing to make that happen in some way. What else we've got? Oh, and these seem to want to come out. And why have they come out? So we came out with a Hanged Man, so I'm going to take that because that one came out, the Hanged Man. And the Ten of Pentacles dropped off, and underneath we have the King of Cups. So that's interesting. So the Ten of Pentacles came up, that was our underlying energy, and underneath we have the King of Cups. And yeah, it does kind of make sense, because what it makes me feel is that this person's emotions are kind of hidden. Because underneath the Ten of Pentacles, so they may be very good at, being great at their job, at providing, at being successful, at building up concrete, tangible success. But it could be for some of you in this situation that you're asking about what's in their head and heart, because they don't necessarily show it with the Emperor coming up twice. But underneath it is the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is a beautiful energy of somebody who has a lot of deep emotions. The King of Cups has a lot of deep emotions, but if you can see it's all inside this person's body, all this water, all the, all the things that we associate with emotion, with deep emotion. So it's kind of like inside them. So it makes me feel that this person is not able to access the emotional part of themselves that easily. And that might be why with the Justice they're saying that they're trying to work that out, they're trying to balance that out. They want to be able to do that, they want to be able to show you that. And it could be that, you're in separation with the Hanged Man here, or that they sometimes are a little bit closed off with the Hanged Man here, because the Hanged Man again is a private energy. It's an energy of going inward. It's usually an energy of going inward to find truth. So it could be if you're in separation from this person for some of you, and they want to renew it again, they want to begin it again. They're doing a lot of thinking. So I think this person really relies on their logic and their thinking. But the emotion is there, it's definitely there. They have a lot of hidden emotions, a lot of secret feelings that they don't let out. It's kind of like difficult. You have to dig deep to get there. But they know that. And they want to be able to, I think they want to be able to access that more. And I think that might be what the risk is for them. And the engage in trust. It's the risk and the engage in trust in terms of just letting out their emotions, letting out their feelings. Because they definitely do have them, 100%. So what other messages does part number two's person, the Devil, have for part number two? What other messages do they have for part number two? I thought that one wants to come out, which is the Nine of Wands. Yeah, so for some of you, you definitely might be in separation from this person. And the Six of Swords. I feel like, yeah, it seems to me, yeah, so it could be that somebody moved away from this situation with the Six of Swords, or it could be that somebody is wanting to move back, because it could be with the Hanged Man, the Devil, and the Nine of Wands. I feel like with the Devil card, maybe right underneath the Emperor, maybe this person that you're inquiring about, like I say, was just because the Devil energy is about being chained to something that is kind of controlling us in some way, either a situation, a person, in a negative way. It's like almost like obsessively. And I think with the Emperor coming up twice here, what I'm feeling is this person might either be addicted or chained to what they do, chained to their work, chained to success, chained to making it at the cost of kind of everything else, at the cost of their emotional life and maybe the emotional life of the person that they are having a relationship with. Which means that they are sort of like chained as well to, not being able to access their emotional side of life, their feeling really. Or they might have just, so I kind of get this kind of obsessive, addictive element, particularly around work or success or something like that, and somehow it's possibly interfered with the connection. But they're with the Hanged Man here. I feel like they're really trying to work on that. But I think they feel that you might be defensive here, or they might be defensive and cut off. They might have been defensive and cut off. It could be that this person, I feel like this person deep down, the kind of hidden, it's almost like a case of the hidden truth. It is like the hidden truth for this person. They definitely have feelings for you. They definitely have emotions, but they're deep within them. They're really deep within them. And they are somehow protective of their feelings. It's really hard for them to open up about their feelings. And I think now, having all these cards, that is why you've got the Fool, and that is why you've got Engaged Trust, because it's about them being able to open up, to begin the new journey of showing you how they're feeling, to have the feeling safe enough, because I feel like there might be a lot of sort of issues with this person where they don't feel safe. Maybe they've had a lot of problems in the past, or a lot of difficulties in the past, or a lot of burdens that they carry from the past, from childhood possibly, that is impacting their behaviour, impacting their way of thinking, making them very emotionally detached and cut off, and possibly difficult to be in a relationship with, because they're so just so cut off on that level. So if you have been in a relationship with them and you're in separation from them, it might have been quite a tough it might have been quite a tough relationship here, or a tough experience here with these cards. But if you're not in a relationship with them and you're just wondering, I feel like this person is so guarded around it's such a big risk for them to open up emotionally, but they definitely feel it and they definitely want that, because we have the Ten of Pentacles here. They definitely want that with you. And I think with the Six of Swords here, so the Six of Swords is about moving slowly from a difficult situation, a rocky situation, you know, a wavy situation with these kind of ripples here, to smoother waters, to calmer waters. So I think if this has been in separation, they want to move into a better situation. They want it, if it's been rocky, if it's been difficult, if there have been cycles in the connection, you know, because if this person is disconnected from their emotions, they might have just come in, hooked up with you, or not made you feel that special, and then gone off again, you know. So it might have gone backwards and forwards in a sort of cyclical kind of manner, which might not have been that great. But with the Hangman, I feel like they want to gain a new perspective, and right under the Justice card, there needs to be a new perspective to make this more fair, to make this more balanced, a more balanced connection. And I think they want you to know that they're trying to do that. They may be trying to overcome this kind of shadow side of them. I feel like it is a bit of a shadow side to them, or they might have been working from their shadow side where they're not in touch with their emotions or their feelings, or it's so hidden, so deep within them. And I think that's probably just past baggage, or past hurts, or past betrayals that they've had from, you know, very, very long ago, that they've allowed to control them. But now they're defending themselves, they're standing up for themselves, and they're standing up for the connection. That's what the Nine of Wands is. It's about standing up for the situation, and I feel that they are trying to do that. And with the Six of Swords, they want to move into something calmer, they want to move into calmer waters here. But let's see what else we've got. So in terms of astrological signs, I mean, obviously with the Devil, that's Capricorn energy. With the Nine of Wands, that is Sagittarius energy. Hanged Man, that is Pisces energy there. So those are just some of the astrological signs. Let's see what else we've got. Any other messages here from pile number 2's person. So yeah, it might have been tough for you to be in a situation with this person, or it might be tough for you to have a crush on this person, or, you know, because I just feel they're just so good at hiding how they feel, or suppressing how they feel in many respects, or the situation is just so very hidden. That could be the other thing, it's very, very, very hidden. They could see you as a very big temptation, which is why we've got the Fool card, a bit of a risk for them, because the Devil comes right under the Emperor, and that's kind of like more or less opposite energies, because the Emperor is a very restrained energy. It doesn't let anything out, it's completely controlled. Everything is about planning and strategy, but the Devil is all about, you know, instant gratification, getting what you want now, irrespective of what how that's going to impact on anyone else, being governed by your, your sort of, your baser instincts, if you like. And it's so opposite to the Emperor. So it could be that with the Fool card, taking a risk, taking a leap of faith, that they maybe see you as a huge temptation, that they're really trying very hard to resist, or they have tried very hard to resist. But I feel that they want something, with this Ten of Pentacles here and this Six of Swords, they want to move to something more balanced. Or maybe it was just they have given very mixed messages. So one minute they might be all over you once they've got, because they want to get what they want from you, and then they pull away and they retreat and they're much more controlled. So that would go with the whole cycles thing. Maybe it's been a bit of a cyclical thing, and now they want to bring it back into balance. They want to bring stability to the situation. Let's see what else we've got here. What other messages have we got for pile number 2's person? So pile number 2. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. I feel like I always get with this card that this is a card about two people retreating, two people reconnecting, or retreating in order to reconnect in some way. Because it always reminds me of a wedding. I don't know why she's got that white dress on. I mean, take that how it resonates. You deserve love. You are lovable. Now, it might have been in this situation with all these cards here that if you've been in a connection with this person, or you are in separation from this person, they just didn't make you feel very loved because of this complete repression of their emotions and their feelings, and what this is saying is that you deserve love. You know, so that might have left you feeling that there's something wrong with you. I mean, there's nothing wrong with you here, obviously. This is about, I think this is just about them finding it very difficult to access their feelings and emotions. So anyone they were with would feel it very hard to know how to figure this person out, you know, what they're thinking and feeling, really. But this card is saying you deserve love, but I think it's also saying about them, you know, they deserve love, because I don't think they've been happy. They're not happy in how they've been, really. They're not happy as they are, because, you know, people, you know, we need to be able to express how we're feeling, don't we? If it all gets shut in, if we completely repress how we're feeling a lot of the time, then often it does come out in devil energy. It has to come out somehow, and often it can come out in devil energy, devil patterns of behaviour, devil addictions, you know, because there has to be a release somehow, and if you're not releasing it in a healthy way, then it has to come out, and it can come out in an unhealthy way. So what else have we got here? Oh, see, there you go, healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. I do feel like this person is carrying a lot of weight from the past, a lot of things that have meant that they simply have closed their heart and they can't let their feelings out. They feel that it's not because they don't feel, they feel, in fact they feel very deeply, but they simply can't access that, because I think if they did, they're just absolutely petrified, possibly, of what that would then mean. You know, the floodgates could kind of open, but they know that, they know they need to heal here with the balance, with the Justice card and the Hangman. They know there needs to be a lot of healing, and I think that's their message to you, is they want to balance out. They do want to balance out. I'm going to have one more message card, and then I'm going to leave it there for you, pile number 2. So what does pile number 2's person want to say to pile number 2 for right now? What do they want to say? Healthy choices. What did I just say? Making healthy choices in love and in life. Self-love, self-care, being happy. I mean, you couldn't make that up. That's literally what I was just saying. You know, this person might have made a lot of unhealthy choices, or been living in a mentally and emotionally unhealthy way, because they have repressed the emotional side of their life or their feelings to such a degree because of what's gone on before, and now they don't want to do that. With the Hangman, they're trying to heal, they're trying to make better choices, they want to be a better person, they want to be more balanced. And I think that's what their message is to you, you know, that if you can forgive them, so if you've been through a lot with this person, for some of you, if you can forgive them, they want to move forward in a healthy way. I mean, the Ten of Pentacles is a really balanced, solid, grounded kind of way. But anyway, pile number 2, that's been your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, welcome back to your reading. So today's reading we are doing, aren't we, messages from the person in your mind. What are they thinking? Yeah, what's in their head and heart, really? So you came in under the beautiful fluorite stone, and also the King of Wands. This very interesting depiction of the King of Wands. There's 2 different, I mean, for this deck, the Mystical Moments deck, there's usually 2 versions of all the kings and queens and the emperor, I think, which I've just discovered from the previous reading as well. So that's interesting. So this is like, in the kings, we have the female depiction and the male depiction, and you've got the female depiction of the King of Wands. And it's all this complete red here, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so let's see first of all before we say anything. So we're looking, aren't we, you know, what are their messages to you? What's in their head and heart? A message from the person on your mind, what's in their head and heart? So please, can you tell me what is, you know, the message that this person, the pile 3's person, wants to give to pile number 3? What is in their head and heart? Please, can you make that clear to me? Now, I didn't want to. I did get 2 in the previous one, but I actually only wanted 1. But anyway, this says embrace stillness. Okay. There's a lotus flower in there. And engage trust. Now, this card has come out in all 3 readings now. So that is interesting. So if you feel drawn to any of the other readings, I feel this is definitely confirmation that, you know, for some of you, there are other readings as well, or other piles in this particular reading that you might want to listen to, because this come out in pile number 1, pile number 2, and now it's come out again in pile number 3. Now, interestingly, in pile number 2, I also had 2 of these cards, and it came out exactly the same place, which is here. So that might be an extra confirmation for pile number 2 if you feel drawn to it. But anyway, so we've got the King of Wands, we've got Embrace Stillness, and we've got Engage Trust. Yeah. I don't know why, but this King of Wands, in this deck, in this particular deck, the Mystical Moments deck, really here, this King of Wands always reminds me of the depiction of the devil in this deck, because it's also a figure with a lot of red. So there might be in some of this, some of you, I'm just feeling like you might be in separation from this person, and there might have been with all this red here, because red signifies a lot of things, doesn't it? It can signify passion, it can signify strength, stability, security. But I think in this particular, I just feel like that I'm just getting this hit of temptation, and also just yeah, there might have been a lot of cycles or negative patterns or something like that going on with this. So that doesn't always go with the King of Wands, because the King of Wands is about passion. So I feel like this person feels a lot of passion and attraction to you, 100%. There's a lot of chemistry, I think, for you. But they may not have been the most reliable. That's what I'm picking up. They may not have been the most reliable. This situation might not be the most reliable for you, or you might be confused by it a little bit. That's kind of just the intuitive hit I'm getting, and it might be causing you to kind of feel emotionally unbalanced, and that's why we have the Embrace Stillness. There's a kind of like a need for calm, because this is very different colour-wise to this. There's a lot of intensity in this card, but then these ones are much calmer colours, and with the lotus flower, the beautiful pink and white of this lotus flower here, it just makes me feel there's a need for calm and still, and maybe they want some calmness now, or some stillness in the situation, and there's some need for some trust, and that also makes me feel that maybe this is a situation where you're in separation, and there's a need for trust, a need to engage trust again, a need for it to transform in some way, and maybe there needs to be a little bit of some healing. Maybe there needs to be some healing with this situation in some way. But anyway, let's see what we've got, and maybe that's kind of what they're saying, is that they feel this strong chemistry, attraction towards you, but somehow maybe it needs to be balanced, or the situation needs to be more balanced, or something like that, or it needs to be healed. But anyway, so in this, I'm using the Mystical Moments Tarot, and I put the 2 cards that are from pile number 1 and pile number 2, which I think were the 3 of Pentacles, and the 4 back in the pack, because I wanted to, this is a new deck for me, and I wanted to be able to, you know, use all the cards really. So if they come out, then, you know, that's because I put them back in there for your reading. So please can you tell me what is, you know, the messages from pile number 3's person? You know, what do they want to say? What is in their head and heart for pile number 3 right now? Please can you make it clear to me? The Magician, again, the Magician came out in pile number 1, I think. Emperor came out in pile number 2. So that's again confirmation that you might want to lose. If you feel called to listen to any of the other piles, then do that. Please can you tell me what is in pile number 3's person's head and heart? What message do they want to give? Judgment to pile number 3. And at the bottom of the deck is 3 of Wands. Right, okay. I am feeling that, yeah, I mean, with the 3 of Wands here as the overriding energy, the 3 of Wands is like a waiting energy. And it makes me feel that for some of you, yeah, it goes with the embracing stillness. It's like this period of waiting, this period of calm. This, you can see here, she's looking out to sea. That boat is, she's holding that boat. It's not being put out to sail, is it? There's quite a lot of hair in this, isn't there? She's got lots of hair here. Maybe your person just loves I think your person loves the way you look. There's a lot of hair in this one as well. Hair seems to be on all the female images. I think they love the way you look. I think they see you as very beautiful and very attractive. And I think that's what I was saying before. There's a lot of chemistry here. You might actually have really beautiful standout hair, or they might have really beautiful standout hair, pile number 3. I know that's a very specific message, but I'm just noticing a lot of hair in all of these, especially with this one, because she's got all these beautiful long plaits that are going right down here. So I'm feeling that they think you are very, very attractive. But the 3 of Wands is like a sort of unnecessary weight, and that's kind of what I feel. I feel like with the King of Wands here, the King of Wands wants to, you know, is very driven. As a card, as an energy, they're very driven, they're very confident. They get up and they get what they want. They are very focused on what they want. They're very charismatic. They've got a lot of charm. So I'm feeling that they are feeling that there's a bit of unnecessary waiting in this situation. They want you to, and maybe you're causing a bit of a halt in the situation with the embrace stillness. They want you to have trust, because with the Magician card here, what they're thinking is they want to create something here. They want to bring something into being with you. They want to bring something stable and solid. With the Emperor, they want to create a plan, create a strategy to build something solid with you. Now, I think is what I was saying in pile number 1. This is, you can see a white swan here, and you can see a white butterfly. So we've got the butterfly here in the engaged trust, and we've got the butterfly here. They want, somehow this situation, they want to transform this situation. And I feel like it's in a period of waiting. So it might be a period of separation, or it might be on pause. And it could be something around commitment. It could be something around there being a pause or a separation because of commitment, or because of moving it forward to the, it hasn't moved on to the next level. There was unnecessary waiting, or something unnecessarily, causing a stop to that or a pull to that. But I think what they're wanting you to know, because obviously with this swan here, well, swans are, they mate for life, don't they? And I'm just feeling that this person sees you, especially if it comes right next to the Emperor. They want to commit to this situation now. They definitely want to commit to this situation. And if it wasn't like that before with the 2 butterflies here, they want to transform it. Now, I might be wrong about this, but is it lotus flowers that, push up through the mud? So they develop and they grow in the mud, in the river, or underneath in the pond, or, the river where they grow, and there's a lot of mud, and then they come up and they're kind of this pristine, white, beautiful white and pink kind of flower that sits on top of the water. Or if that's not depicted here, that's kind of the image, that's the thing that I'm thinking of. It's like almost out of something that might have been quite murky or quite muddy or quite, or wrong in some way. They want to transform it and make it something so much better, so much purer. But at the moment, they're feeling like there's a bit of an impatience, I think, with them, because they're feeling like there's a bit of unnecessary waiting, and they don't want that unnecessary waiting. And it might be that they're thinking that you are stalling it, because this woman here standing, stalling, holding the ship, preventing it from taking sail, preventing it from moving forward in some way. Because also we have the Judgment card here. Now we have 3 major arcana cards here, because you've got the Magician, you've got the Emperor, and you've got Judgment. Those are 3 major arcana cards. So they do see this situation as very, very, very significant. The Judgment is about, you can really tell with this woman holding this trumpet, it's a call to action. I think they are feeling that they really want to act on this. With the Magician here, they really want to create something. They want to manifest something. They're creating a strategy. They're creating a plan. They want to rise it up. They want to level it up. They want to move into something better. They want to change and transform it. But there's this waiting card here. And I feel just intuitively that they think you're causing the stalling of it, as opposed to them. That you are embracing the stillness, but they want you to engage trust, because they feel with the King of Wands incredibly passionately towards you. There's a lot of passion, a lot of chemistry, a lot of attraction, a lot of, that might be why I've had the hit with the Devil, because I feel like this person is really thinking about you a lot. This might be obsessively thinking about you, wondering about you, wanting you. It makes me feel that there's a lot of all of that going on for this person. Now, in terms of astrological signs, obviously with the Emperor, that is Aries energy. So that is just some of the astrological signs I'm seeing here. With the 3 of Wands, that is, again, that's Aries energy. So this person is very, very, very in charge. They're very in charge of themselves. They might be in a position of authority, in a position of power. Somebody who just knows how to take charge of something. And I'm feeling like with the King of Wands here, they are so out there, they're so confident, they're so sure of themselves. You know, they know what they want. So I think what they want to say to you is they really know what they want, and they want this situation. So what else we've got here? We have, as this is about messages, so what message would pile number 3's person like to give to pile number 3 right now? But you might not, because again, the King of Wands and the Emperor, they're not always that great at showing feelings. They're great at showing attraction and at being, you know, centre of attention and, you know, very charismatic, but they're not overly showy with feelings. But I feel like they want to change that with the butterflies here and the swan. They want to become more in touch with their feelings, and that might be why they want to you know, maybe there's a bit of healing that needs to be done here, because they might have just been in touch with their passions and what made them feel good. And if you're in separation from them, that might be what causes separation, you know, because or the halt in some way, because they weren't really showing you their feelings or being able to commit in a feeling way. Or it might have been that they were just sort of like gave the impression that it was just all about them, really. Oh, this says not the right time, so that might be something to be aware of. Not the right time, and that might be why we have embraced stillness. So maybe that's, you know, there needs to be a little bit of the 3 of Wands. So at the moment it's maybe not the right time, but for the situation to happen right now. But what I'm sensing is that they are frustrated with that there is a sense of frustration, and you might be causing the halting, or they're feeling somehow that you're causing the halting in some way, or the separation in some way, because there's a need for trust, or maybe there's just a need for healing and to work things out still. Because the 3 of Wands can be when you've laid the seed for something, that's the Ace of Wands, and you're waiting for the 2 of Swords, and the 2 of Wands rather, and the 3 of Wands is about, you know, preparation, getting ready. You know, it can be a bit of waiting around, but it's about using that time to prepare and get ready. And that could be what's happening with the Emperor here, with the strategizing and the planning, and that might be why there still needs to be stillness here. What else have we got? Don't stop. So that says not the right time, but don't stop. So yeah, it could be, again, what I was saying with preparation, that there's somehow a need to prepare in some way, to maybe make a plan of how to move forward, of how to have this new beginning. And that could also go with the Magician, because the Magician card is about creating something from scratch, having all the tools and the resources at your disposal to create something. So that's that period. Yes, I feel like it's like a period of calmness, of stillness, where there's a lot of kind of stuff going on behind the scenes in order to move forward. And that's why we've got the don't stop, keep going in terms of preparing or making plans in some way. And that's what they want you to know. That's what they want you to know. This says listen to your intuition, so that might mean something for some of you. If you're having intuitive hits around this, one way or the other, this is saying listen to your intuition. Let's see what else we've got here. All right. I mean, that might be why if you're stalling it or you're halting it because of certain situations or things that have happened in the past, you know, listen to those hits of intuition there. Pile number 3. What else have we got here? So we've got victory and we've got the Tower. Now the Tower came up in, I think the Tower came up in pile number 1. The Tower might have come up in pile number 1. So again, that's another reference to listening to another pile in this reading. Okay, they seem to be all interconnected today. So please can we have, what is on, you know, what message does pile number 3's person want to give to pile number 3? What's in their head and heart? Please can you tell me what is in their head and heart? I feel like that one wants to come out. And this is, yeah, the 9 of Pentacles. And again, the King of Wands. So we have the King of Wands to start the reading, and we've got the King of Wands to end it. Yeah, I really do feel that for lots of you, you might be in separation from this person here with the Tower. So this person with the King of Wands coming up twice and the Emperor, and it might have come into separation because they just didn't give you commitment, or they didn't, not with the Emperor so much because that is quite a committed energy, but they weren't able to show you emotion and feeling, and that certainly goes with some of the other messages that I've said in some of the other piles. Because the Emperor is a very guarded energy of their heart. They're great at their job, they're great at their work, but they're very preoccupied with what they do, and that goes with the King of Wands. They're really career orientated, they're very ambitious, and it means that sometimes it's at the detriment of relationships, or relationships on a deeper level. And I feel that this situation might, with the Tower card, have come into separation or fallen apart, or there's some issues with it. You know, it's going through some major change, because the Tower card is about major change, and it can mean it's, you know, something that's come to an end, that's come crashing down, that was built on insecure foundations to begin with, but it's always with the view and an opportunity to then build it up in a truer, more authentic way. So maybe this is a situation that came apart, that fell apart, and it could, I just feel like it's got something to do with this person not being able to be in touch somehow with their feelings, or it's all very much, it could be that they were quite selfish, or had quite selfish behaviours, and that might be why I had that intuitive hit around the Devil card here. I feel like this with the King of Wands coming up twice, it's the King of Wands, I mean, they are a king, and with an Emperor here, so there is a lot of wisdom to them. But out of all the kings, I would personally feel that the King of Wands is probably the least reliable in terms of a relationship, because they simply are so kind of charismatic, they're so out there, they're so confident in themselves, they're very career orientated, they're very driven, but there's not, what I'm sensing is there's not a lot of cups in here. So I feel that there is a lot of impatience on this person to come forward again, to build this situation up again, because they feel this strong attraction to you, this strong connection to you. And that might be why you have this listen to your intuition, but also it could be because they don't stop and not the right time, sort of like opposites, aren't they? So maybe this person gave you some mixed messages, so maybe it was all, you know, you connected with them and it was all great, and then they would retreat. You connected with them, it was all great, and then they would retreat, you know, because they felt like they had other things that they needed to do, or other things in work, or other situations that they need to get on with. But I feel like they do want a rising up with the Judgment here. They do want to be recognised again by you, because the Six of Wands is about recognition, it's about victory, it's about success. They do want that again. But it might be that they feel you've moved on here with the Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Wands energy, that you're stalling on it, that you're not available, that you're not interested, that you've moved on, that you have, you know, because the Nine of Pentacles is a very independent energy. It's a very independent energy of somebody just being able to, you know, be completely self-sufficient. It's an energy of being self-sufficient. So it could be that out of this situation of separation, if some of you are in separation, they feel like you've moved on, that you are self-sufficient in some way. Or it could be that they are still, that might be why you have this listen to the intuition, that they want this situation to come back into being. I definitely feel they want the situation to come back into being, but there's a bit of a stop-startness to it, a bit of a cycle to it. That's kind of what I'm feeling. So this person is still, yeah, it feels, I don't know if it's kind of quite karmic, where you're coming together and there's an opportunity for learning, because that is a karmic situation where you come together, but it can be quite fiery, or it can be quite, you know, sort of difficult in some respects, but there's a bit of a karmic feel to it. And I feel like maybe you're in separation and then you're going to come back together, because there's just a lot of passion here. But apart from this reference to the swan, which is where swans mate for life, there's not a lot of cups here. There's not a huge amount of cups here. And I'm feeling that this person wants to come back with you. They want to be with you, but I'm sensing that you need to listen to your intuition here. So it feels to me like it could be that they want it back on their terms again. So that's kind of what I'm sensing. So they want it to come back together again with the Judgment card here. They want it to be recognised again for you. They want, you know, by you. but there's still this other independent energy, which could mean you, or it could mean them, that they still want their independence with the Emperor here. They still want to be an independent energy, but they want the benefits of the relationship. They want the benefits of what you can give them. So the kind of love, the support, the care that you give them, without them, you know, on a long-term basis or on an ongoing basis, giving the same to you. And that might be why you might be stalling the situation, or that might be why you need to stall the situation, to think about that, to go inward, to listen to your intuition, to embrace stillness, to you know, because often, you know, we're in situations which have been traumatic or difficult, or, you know, we need to heal, and often we need quiet times to do that as well, to be able to listen, to calm ourselves down, and to be able to listen to those intuitive hits that we're getting here. So, because what I'm feeling with this person is that they do want you back, and they do want the situation back if you're in separation from them, or they're definitely very attracted to you, they're definitely very pulled in by you, there's definitely a lot of chemistry here, and interestingly there could be a lot of opportunity to rebuild in a kind of healed way, but my sense is that they still want their independence, they still want their, they still want to just have it all on their terms. That's what I'm feeling. So this don't stop could be, don't stop you, to say to you, don't stop your healing, don't stop your kind of, you're in a journey, if you're going on in a journey of healing from a very, you know, from a tower moment, from a difficult moment. But I sense with this person, there's frustration and they want to get it back on track. But it's about them getting it back on track for what they want, for what's kind of good for them, as opposed to a long-term sort of committed situation. Or maybe there is commitment, but it's kind of commitment in cycles, or it's commitment on their terms, where they want space. I think that's what I want. So they might want commitment, but they want space. So they don't, you know, they want space to be able to be themselves, to go off and do what they want to do, to you know, explore what they want to explore, to do what they want to do. But, you know, because again, there's not a lot of well, there's this Nine of Pentacles, but that is an independent energy. But there's not a lot of Pentacles normally talks about building and creating something solid and stable. But the only Pentacles you've got is an independent energy. And it just makes me feel that they want all the fire, the passion, the attraction. They want to come together and get what they want in that way. They want you to trust them. They want you to, maybe they want you to feel that the situation has been transformed in some way. But I just feel that they still are possibly only really thinking primarily of what, you know, what might be good for them. So that's just something that you might want to bear in mind. And if this doesn't resonate with you, then listen to some of the other piles. But that's kind of what I'm picking up here. So whatever intuitive hits you're getting, whatever healing you might be doing from this tower moment, whatever you know, action you believe is right for you intuitively, then I think this don't stop is about telling you to keep on with that, really. And the not the right time might be that now it's not the right time. If it was a cyclic, if it's like a situation that goes on in cycles, that's not the right time to hop straight back into that, possibly. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. You know, because this person with the Emperor and the King of Wands coming up twice, you know, they really know what they want. And they're going to go all out to try and get it, really. They're very determined. But it is mainly focused on them and what's right for them. So can you please say, what's the message from pile number 3's person for pile number 3? Yeah, codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So that would go with what this initial hit that I had with the King of Wands around the Devil energy, because the Devil energy is all about addictions. And I feel like with this person, with all the passion here and the wands and everything, this might be, yeah, a sort of a situation where it goes in cycles, where it's kind of stop, start. And you might be in a bit of a stop situation at the moment, but now the message is to sort of might stay in that period of stillness, really, here. Or maybe they're saying to you that they want to do that they want to try and stop the cycle that the situation is in, that they recognise maybe that they've got these behaviours or limiting beliefs or whatever, and they want to try and heal now. They're trying to heal now. What else do we have? Because it could be a sort of like a, because that can happen with a twin flame connection, you know, where you feel a strong pull and urge towards someone. But often the journey of the twin flame can be very difficult initially because, you know, you are, you know, one soul in two bodies, and you often trigger each other. If you're not healed as two individuals, you can often trigger each other. It's a lot of push-pull, moving away, coming together. It's that kind of feel to it. So what other message does pile number 3 want to say? Pile number 3 person wants to say to pile number 3. I feel like that one and that one want to come out, so I'm going to go for those two. Let's see. We have got deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Yeah, I just feel like with this person, to just be aware of this person, pile number 3. I think that's what I'm trying to get at. And it goes with this kind of initial hit of the devil. I think this person is frustrated. They want the situation, and that might be why I said they kind of want you to feel like it's changed and transformed, and they might say certain things, but they're still, with the King of Wands twice and the Emperor, it's still very much focused on what. Really, they're still very much focused on what is right for them. Separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So yeah, it might be that this is a period of you're either in separation or you're wondering about this situation, because it might be that they're giving, you know, that they seem to be, or you're in a connection with them and they seem to be just kind of giving, not, their actions maybe don't match their words, or they are, you know, behaving in ways that you think is, you know, all about them. You know, that when they want something from you or they want to be with you, they're maybe all over you, but then they pull away very quickly or they retreat very quickly. And this is saying, and it was what I was saying before about the don't stop, listen to your intuition, separation. There's a need for stillness. Embrace the stillness so you can just step back. If you're not already stepped back from the situation, maybe just step back from the situation and focus on your own healing and maybe what's right for, you know, what's right for you. Let's see what else we've got here. What else do we have for pile number 3's person? Or maybe they're feeling the messages that they are feeling that you are wearing a mask in some way, or that the situation isn't honest in some way. So maybe it could be that the end, this is all kind of reversed, because that can sometimes happen in tarot, that they're feeling that, you know, you're maybe not giving them time, or you're maybe not being available to them, or that you only want them for certain things. So it could be all of that as well, if that rings more true. What else do we have? A message. So it may be that, you know, they feel that you are not being completely wholly honest in the situation, and obviously just take that as it resonates, because sometimes, you know, the energies can get a little bit mixed up in tarot readings with a general spread. Right, what else have we got? Separation again. So sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning. So I feel like you might actually be in separation from this person, and I do sense that they are really missing you. I do feel that they are really missing you, and they're certainly missing what they believe the benefits of the situation are. The Dragonfly. Be light-hearted, finding out, things coming to light. Yeah, there might, with the Tower card, things might have come to light. Certain things might have happened. Certain things might have been brought to the surface. Change, heal, adapt. So I feel like for you, maybe there's a lot around changing, healing, adapting, you know, giving yourself time from this Tower moment. And I'm going to have one more, and then I'm going to leave it for you, pile number 3. Please, going to have one more message from pile number 3's person to pile number 3 to end the reading. What can we have here? I left you before you could leave me. And I said one more, but these two seem to be coming out, so I'm just going to take them. I replay our conversations over and over. And then I wonder if you're happy without me. So I do feel like many of you are in separation from this person. They're just wondering about you. But all I would say is, I do think they want the situation back. I do think they would be working hard to try and get that situation back with the Emperor and the King of Wands, to try and come back to you in a passionate way. But if you're stalling it, then what I would say, all these cards are sort of like, some of the guidance we've had will be to say to think very long and hard about whether you'd want to come back into this situation, because I do feel like that with this person, that they are still very much focused on themselves. But anyway, pile number 3, that's been your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do hit the like button, the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be alerted to whenever I do my readings in the future. Other than that, bye for now and have a great day.